Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to side quest Cataclysm with Alien Assault. This is now available in your side quest area. Now here the boss is going to be Annihilus, which is already very annoying, and he's going to have Bubble Shield, Debilitate and Rolling Thunder as permanent nodes on him. And depending on what path you take, path A or B, there's going to be Fight or Flight or Bane on him. Now the paths are going to be mostly cosmic champions, so all of your quest counters can be champions that are mystic and can easily remove debuffs and nullify or stagger. But remember, there are some annoying fights here: Mojo, Korg, Mangog and Terrax as well. So make sure you bring the right counters and you mix and match your team like that. I have a run through along with all the paths with 3 different champions to take down the boss. So stay tuned to the video guys, and make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications, and share the video with your friends. All of that really helps me out a lot, and don't forget to comment down below. So let's jump into the path A, and for that we will be needing our 3-star Icarus and the Cersei that we receive in the mail this month. So we will make a team around Magneto, Black Widow Clairvoyant and Icarus. So the first defender on the path is going to be a pretty straightforward Hyperion. Just make sure to have a champion that can control his power or can nullify or stagger him, and that will work really nicely. He is very trigger happy, so we'll keep throwing those specials. There's fight or flight here, so just make sure either you have buff immunity if you're playing with Black Widow Clairvoyant, or you have any kind of stagger when if you are fighting near him, so when he gets unstoppable that can be removed. Otherwise you can also nullify it, so depending, a lot of champions can work here. I'm using a Black Widow Clairvoyant because she is very good against Hyperion and for the upcoming fights and the boss as well. So stay tuned guys, and I'll see you on the next fight. Now this next fight is going to be a key one, that is going to be against Mojo. Now there are different champions you can use. One of the most obvious ones can be Human Torch and can be other size champions. Black Widow Clairvoyant also works here because she can easily sustain, and she does not have much buffs on her, so she can work against Mojo also. My choice is going to be a Magneto because I'm going to use Magneto for the boss as well, so I can showcase different options for the boss. So all I'm going to do is to build up to 40 prowess charges and throw my SP3, and I will be able to bring him down easily. One thing I'm caring about is to keep his prompts low, so I'm trying not to get past 5 or 6 prompts so I don't get degen out, and because I will have a lot of prowesses, my degens will be a lot more because of because of the reduction in debuff duration because of Mojo. So just be careful about that. And then just build up to 40 prowesses, throw an SP3 and he will die quick. Because of Magnetize, his ability accuracy will also be reduced by 85%, and I'm also running 3x3 Pacify, so that makes it to 100% during stun, so I can easy parry and heavy my way to kill him. Next up is going to be a champion. Now champion, you have fought him a lot and we know all of his mechanics. You can bring in other class champions as well, but I would suggest you to keep it to a mystic so you can kill him off quicker. I am running suicide masteries, if somebody is wondering. That's why my damage is a bit higher than usual, and I have more sustain because of the specials from Black Widow Clairvoyant. You can also bring in She-Hulk here. She can take out the champion, and she can also take out Hyperion and Mojo in all of this part. So She-Hulk is a very good option for all of this path as well. So if you have her and you love playing with her, she's a really good option for this path. Now the boss fight is against Annihilus, and he's going to have Bane as well on him, along with the Bubble Shield, Debilitate, and Rolling Thunder. With Debilitate, all the debuffs are gonna last longer, and their duration will be increased. So I am running Suicide, so it helps me a bit because of bleed resistance, and I'm running 1 point in bleed resistance as mastery as well, so my resistance to bleed is by 100%. So all I'm trying to do here is to slowly build up to an SP3, and by that time I have 40 charges on my prowess, so I can throw an SP3. It can be a messy fight because he's very attacking, but you can always go and hit in his block to make space for yourself. But once you have 40 prowess, like 35 to 40 prowess, one SP3 is enough to kill him. And also the magnetize will reduce his ability accuracy, so you can kill him off. Other champions that work really well here are going to be your Doom, your Black Widow Clairvoyant, your Sim Supreme. So there are plenty of champions that can kill off this boss. I have 2 more takedowns, one with Black Widow Clairvoyant and one with Doom on this video, so make sure to check them out. Just check the time descriptions in the check the timestamps in the description down below, and you can just jump onto those spots as well. So when you enter path B, in my opinion, this is the most difficult path out of the 3, but the good part is you don't need a gatekeeper here, so you don't need an Icarus or Cersei to get there's no gates here, so you can bring in a team of 3. Now I have a rank 380 sig Omega Red, so I wanted to bring him for the Korg and Terrax fight. So I just brought in Colossus here just to tag along because of the extra damage, but this fight took me very long. You can bring in some other Mystic champions and you can do this fight much faster, like Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Doom. All of those champions work, but remember he's shock immune, so you will have to play around it. So yeah, there are better options, but I just went with Colossus because I wanted to bring in Omega Red. You just have to take care of the Korg and the Terrax coming up. Make sure you have the counter for both of them, and then make a team around it to take down Super Skrull and as well as the boss. This next fight is going to be the most annoying in the whole quest if you don't have the right counter. This is a very beefy Korg, and with all of his mechanics he can be very annoying, so make sure you bring in the right champion to deal with him. Most champions that work really well are mutant champions, so Apocalypse will be really good. Both Magnetos can work because they have energy damage, Human Torch, Storm Pyramid X, Omega Red, and because both mags have energy damage, and also white mags can stop with his guidance ability for him to purify the stun, and same with Storm Pyramid X. All of them work really well. You just have to play slow. Magic also works, but you will have to wait for the stun to stick before you can start hitting. You can also use magic with white Magneto, so you have plenty of different options that you can use. So when you plan this path, plan for the Korg and the Terrax first, and then build the other two members of your team around the remaining. This is the most important fight. I am just using Omega Red. I have Suicides on, so I can easily melt him away with the Death Spores, and with every Death Spore the chance to nullify stuns or purify them is reduced by 10%, so he will not be able to remove the stun that is placed on him, even though if he has those rock stacks on him. And then before the boss there's going to be an annoying Terrax. He is an annoying defender with all of his power gain and aggressiveness, but you can use it to your advantage. I was planning to finish it off with Colossus, but I do make a mistake and I die. I just want to stack all of those armors and throw those SP2s, and because of those armors the damage will be reduced by his rock field, and also I can drop a lot of damage in a small amount of time. But I make a mistake and I die, but that's okay. I already had planned Omega Red to bring for him. Omega Red makes easy work of him. You can also bring in some other champions and they work really well, like Hulk, Ragnarok, Hyperion, most of your mystic champions that can control power. If he does not have power, he is not able to throw his specials, and the rock field will not be activated, and then he's a simple fight. Also, everybody remembers Namor from the Summer of Pain, where we used him against Terrax. So also Namor works really well. So there are plenty of different options you can use here, and you can easily kill him off and move on to the boss. So this time around we're gonna use a Black Widow Clairvoyant for the boss takedown, which makes the boss super easy. All you need to do is to start the fight with a light and you can take away that cosmic rod from him, and once that is down he will not be able to stifle you and cannot go unstoppable. And from there it's pretty much a race to an SP2. Once you have an SP2 you can throw that and that will put buff immunity, and then you don't have to worry about fight or flight or any other of those nodes or the fuse. You can easily just go through the whole fight very easily, and because you have sustain as well, so you can go into your bleed immune phase and you can get heals. If you have all the heals you can go to your incinerate phase and you can do a lot more damage. And if you're running suicides from me, you just have to switch in the first combo to poison immunity and there will be no more damage from the poison. So Black Widow, Clairvoyant and Doom are like the MVPs for this whole quest. So if you have them, bring them along. They will be able to do all the paths for you, even as a 5-star rarity or even a 4-star rarity, but it will be, of course, the difficulty will be more considering the HP of the defenders. And the last part, second fight, is going to be a Mangog who is quite annoying. So there are quite a few different options that you can use. You can choose Human Torch, or you can stack up those smolders and try to keep him to an SP1 only, or you can also bring in like a option that can control his power, so vision and magic can work as well. Or you can bring in champions with taunts, so for example like Spider-Ham or She-Hulk will be good options here. She-Hulk will work particularly well here because Mangog is an XL champion and your Furious will stay longer, so he can just keep throwing those specials and you can go back in and start hitting him, and you will be easily able to play around the Bane timer. The hard part would be to check the Bane timer and save your specials for when he goes unstoppable at 10 hatred charges on him. So right now, so I'm saving my SP2, I'm waiting for him to come to me and I'll throw an SP2 and remove that from him. And apart from that, it's a very easy peasy straight fight. And the last fight before the boss is going to be a Vision Arkus. Now there are different ways you can deal with him. You can either bring in champion that are armor break immune, or you can bring in champion that have easy access to nullify stagger, or in my case you can bring in champions that are a cold snap immune. So I am using Human Torch and I'm using the pre-fight ability, so I can use those Nova Flames to melt him faster. Other options you can use can be Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Doom, Colossus. So there's quite a few different options that you can use here. Again, you'll have to play slow against him, keep baiting those specials out, and if you're using a tanky champion, make sure to block his SP2. You can block the first 2 hits and you can dex the third one, so just save some health here, and then once he's down we can move on to the boss. And with the boss, I'm gonna heal up my Doom a little bit because I am using I am using Suicide Mastery, so I'm getting that damage. So with Doom, the hard part in the beginning will be to get that SP1 and remove his Cosmic Rod. After that will be easy sailing. So either you can get hit and get to an SP1, or you can backdraft intercept. So just wait for him to dash in, you can swipe back and start using your light combos, and you will be able to get to an SP1. Once you throw that, his Cosmic Rod is down, then you can simply go with Doom cycling with SP3 and into SP1, and then again into SP3, and once he's almost dead, you can throw an SP2 as well with 2 Furies, and you will be able to kill him. So in my opinion, Black Widow, Clairvoyant and Doom are the MVP. She-Hulk will get you through with 2 of the paths also very easily. The harder path will be the middle one, where you have a Korg and a Terrax, so make sure you bring in a counter for that. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications, and also leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you and your experiences, how you cleared this. So apart from that, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.